You want to hear about Phil Loeb? Well, you got it. Phil Loeb was the dearest, kindest, funniest, smartest, most wonderful human being I ever met in my life. Everybody loved Molly's husband, Jake, from the Goldbergs. You could see this man's goodness. You could see his goodness through a 12-inch television set. You know, Phil actually believed in the greatest principle of America. He actually believed that all people were created equal, even actors. Disgraceful. Do you know what his un-American activities were? He fought for black actors to be able to use the same stage door as white actors. He fought for equal pay for men and women. He fought for hot running water in a dressing room. Outrageous! And so the committee subpoenaed him, they blacklisted him, and they destroyed him. And then America sat back and said, well, of course he shouldn't work. Oh no, he's evil. He is the Jewish devil. And the man lost everything. And Katie and I, we took him in and we clothed him, we fed him, and we watched him disintegrate. And one morning, Katie gave him his breakfast. Phil put on his coat. He said, bye-bye. And he checked into the Taft Hotel, and he jumped out the window. You want to talk about your stars on the sidewalk? Well, how about when they're broke, and they're broken, and they're covered with blood, and the only place they have left to turn is an 18-story window? The House Un-American Activities Committee. What a joke! That was no committee, it was an inquisition. And they killed him. They killed him. They murdered my friend. Do you know who was next on their list, Mr. New York Times? Me. Me. Me! They were coming after me! Is that what you wanted to hear? Oh, well, then you got what you wanted, and this interview is over!
State your name, please.
My name, I thought you would have known that already.
For the record.
For the record. For the record. My name is Samuel Joel Mostel. M-O-S-T-E-L.
Isn't Zero your given name?
No, sir. Zero is a nickname. It represents the amount of money I've been making over the last few years. Since your investigation began.
Is that meant to be funny?
Yes, it is. You see, I make my living as a comedian. That was humor.
Well, this is no place for jokes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I promise I will answer each question seriously and completely. Go ahead. What do you want to know?
Are you a communist?
That man called me a communist. I want him removed from this hearing. No, I'm not a communist.
Are you in favor of the violent overthrow of the government?
Well, as our fourth president, James Madison, for whom they named a lovely hotel on Collins Avenue in Miami Beach, once said, I believe that there are more instances of the abridgment of the freedom of people by silent and gradual encroachments by those in power, rather than by violent and sudden usurpation. I don't believe he was a Democrat, sir. I think he was a member of your party, the Whigs. Now, I hate when I hear that. I hate when I hear Mostel doesn't stick to the script. I've never changed a word the author wrote. I've never moved a comma. I may add something once in a while. I mean, what was so terrible? One night during Forum that I announced the result of the Sonny Liston Floyd Patterson fight. I gave it a Roman context. I said he knocked him out in round XII. And one night we were doing Forum in St. Louis in the great 12,000-seat outdoor amphitheater on the 4th of July in the park where there are fireworks! Fireworks! Every sentence I'm saying is punctuated with an explosion. Should I ignore it? I don't think so. So I grabbed my stomach and I apologized to the audience for having a Mexican dinner before the time. After Fiddler opened, we heard from the politicians again. No, it wasn't a subpoena. This time, it was an invitation to Mr. and Mrs. Zero Mostel, President and Mrs. Lyndon Baines Johnson, request the honor of your presence at a state dinner at the White House on August 16th, 1965, honoring the Prime Minister of Israel, the Honorable Levi Eshkol. From the blacklist to the White House in 10 years. I showed Katie the invitation and she cried. She sat in that chair, heaving sobs, the tears just coming down her cheeks. The thought of having to eat with Texans was too much for her. You know what else I'm angry about? That our time together is done. Why? You got your interview. I finished the painting. And I have to go to Zabar's and get some sour cream. I've really enjoyed this, Arthur. I want to thank you for asking me to do it. I was your third choice? You're funny! I just noticed your ears. They're magnificent. Do you know your ears look bigger when you stand